at Suzuka. This is pretty much everything a Formula One track should be. Long straights, semi-long straights, some flowing, hairpin technical turns, gets fast in spots, tests drivers' skills in other spots, and it's also the track that this livery was specifically created for. Anyway, we jumped ahead from the end of the last race into this straight to Grand Prix weekend, and made a couple decisions for the team that we'll go over after this Grand Prix is over, either in the next live stream or whenever I get to it after this race is over. Anyway, just a couple of notes about it. Basically, again, we're really coming to the terms that we're not likely to generate a competitive car this season. So our engineering direction is going to be more on the research end. The reason why is because research should result in us having a very strong first car next season. Basically, it'll start us off on a higher platform for the 2025 season. Rather than spending money on all kind of designs and parts this season, which we still will do some of that, I plan on at least getting the cars to Aerospec 3 and having some specialized, having a specialized front wing, rear wing, and possibly a chassis for tracks that require or benefit from better DRS and drag reduction. I'm thinking Monza, Mexico City, Las Vegas. They occur later in the season, and we're going to have some specialized parts to help the cars then. But the way I've run teams in F1 Manager 2023 and the way I ran the practice seasons in F1 Manager 2024, I always tried to get the cars to a fifth iteration of aerodynamic spec, so that I had, but you just run right into the end of the cost cap, making all these specialty parts, and you really never wind up at the end of the season having more than one or two, and you kind of have to Frankenstein cars together. It can get very complicated, very expensive, and you might not always wind up with the best results, rather than going even out like I plan to do this season. So maybe we'll talk more about this as we get into free practice here, because there really won't be much else to do other than watch the cars go around the track. One thing I did not like is that we're going to be qualifying in the rain, but maybe that doesn't matter. I'm only going to send the cars out once or twice anyway, and everybody's going to be hobbled by that. So that low tide should lower all the boats when it comes to qualification times. And we may get lucky. I mean, we may hit the track on a dry spot while it's more and get a better time. We may be able to jerry-rig something to have that happen. But, there's 10 other teams that'll probably do a better job of that than I ever would. We'll see what happens. I'm not that worried about it. I would just like to put up a good show and make our goals. So, given that we're going to be qualifying in the rain, I'm a little less worried about car setup, at least for Free Practice 1. So we're going to put out one of our test drivers and our affiliate drivers and give him some wheel time. And we'll take it from there. All right, let's get the new guy out.
Loud and clear.
Anyway, in terms of the short-term team direction with regards to the car itself, I do have the first underfloor upgrade finished, and that's already in production. I'll have one of them. One of them will be manufactured. Maybe both of them will be manufactured in time for China. I believe I have, if I remember well, this is all on Sunday. Today is Thursday. I have, I believe, a front wing, the upgraded front wing in manufacture as well. Again, we're going to have to wait till this weekend's over for me to have a look at that. I know the design's done. Lastly, I did get a request for a counteroffer from Gabriel Mini to promote him into our affiliate program. I'm going to basically bend to giving him most of what he wants. I believe he has high development potential, and we're going to try to get him in as an affiliate driver. The other one I'm targeting is Pietro Fittipaldi from Haas. I think he has a lot of development potential, and I wouldn't mind him as a second driver in the event that things don't work out with Vesti. He'd be a good second driver. But again, a lot of this hinges on what happens with Liam Lawson, and if he can develop the way I'm hoping he will. He's just not showing me much, given that in the first 3 races of the season, Vesti has entirely outcompeted him. If you hear me sipping in the background, I do have a fresh cup of coffee. As late as it is on a Wednesday night, I still need my coffee. So the goal is less design work on parts for the current car, more focus on research to make a better car for next season. The trade-off is my current driver's mentality is going to suffer if they're not winning races, or at least competitive. And the engineers lose some expertise on being able to design parts. But I think over the long haul, starting from a higher pedestal, following a research track as this season goes on, is probably the better bet for starting our second season. I would just like to start it with a better car. Maybe we can get away with slaving ourselves out to sponsors a little less. And because we wouldn't have the need to make so many parts. Or to design and make so many parts. Well, it's good to see Liam Lawson is right there with everybody's affiliate drivers.
Keep temperature in the tires.
Front on the cold side.
It's fine because we're going to let him push a qualifying lap once he hits the final chicane. That'll warm up the tires a bit. In the meantime, for you, do not take chances.
Keep cooling the car.
Warm up the tires. Overtake available.
Copy.
So out in the real world, from where I'm talking, it appears that Team Red Bull has decided that Liam Lawson is too valuable to let move on to another team, and he's going to take some seat in on the Red Bull Formula One grid in place of Daniel Ricciardo. I get the sense that Sergio Perez's seat will also wind up being vacant. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Ricciardo is moving up to back up Verstappen, and Liam Lawson will be the second number one driver for the V-Carb team. It's just amazing how on the current F1 grid, you have about 35 guys that could probably race and be okay.
Yeah, copy that.
And we need charge.
But only 20 seats.
Yeah, copy.
It speaks to the
Copy.
quality of driver that guys like George Russell, Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris are, that they sit at the top of a heap that's so ridiculously competitive. Then you have this window licker. That's a little unfair. He's a capable enough driver, but really, I mean, really. Discussion for another time, I suppose. We're going to let you warm your tires up a little bit, Luigi.
Warm up your tires.
You're just as dangerous on cold tires as you are taking too many chances with the car. As you can see, my 0 to 1 people who are watching, what a magnificent track Suzuka is. It's like a kind of like a mix of the Hungaroring and Spa all in one. It's a beautiful setting. The cars look fantastic on it. You get some real racing in certain sections. And there's lots of room for strategy. And the next track after Suzuka, not that I want to rush anything. Like I said, I love this track. This is next to Monza, which, let's be honest, isn't that great of a track. Other than the lore and romance that surrounds it. This is, I believe, F1's best track. I like Singapore a lot too. There's a bunch of them that I like, but I think Suzuka's right there with the best. Now again, the next one, going back to what I was originally saying,
Charge off.
Copy.
No lift-off needed from our side.
China is a sleeper. That's actually a pretty darn good track to watch a race. You get some interesting racing there. The only thing is I'm role-playing the team principal here, and China is ridiculously hard on cars. And there's a sprint there. It's right there with Barcelona in being just a brutal track on the car. High tire deg, very abrasive surface. You have some very low speed corners mixed with some super high speed straights, and it forces the cars. It requires a lot of downforce and forces the cars into some really hard braking. It's just a monumentally difficult track on components. I'd say it's as hard on car components as Azerbaijan is on risk for running into the wall. So Azerbaijan's hard on bodywork. Shanghai is hard on car components, powertrains, brakes, suspension. Basically, if I have parts making it through this race, I'll be replacing parts after Shanghai. That being said, it still is a pretty damn fun race. It's a good place to watch a race. The track also gives you some real good racing. It's kind of an oddball kind of track compared to this one. Well, Suzuka is really elegant. The Shanghai's track is just good. It's just good. I mean, every part of it contributes to a race for the drivers. Not quite as elegant as Suzuka, though. So anyway, now that I've droned on about all that stuff, let's speed this up to get driver feedback. Get some initial car setups. Well, Lawson's time held up okay.
How do you feel with the car at the moment?
That's
Yeah, copy that.
very specific.
Okay, box.
Any feedback on balance?
It's like super tricky to work out where we are with balance.
Understood.
All right, let's get you in the garage, Liam. Let's see what we can make happen for Luigi. That's not too bad. Let's see what we can do about getting a little more braking stability, though. I don't know if I like running such short toe out. Toe out, low toe out really bothers grip. But yeah, that's good enough. It's just an initial setup anyway. Drivers really want short toe out here. Strange setup. Strange setup with all that anti-roll. It was Gabriel. Oh, Petro Fittipaldi. Both of the drivers I want could be here. They're both here. Gabriel Mini and Pietro Fittipaldi.
And work on tires.
Okay, copy.
Anyway, we're not going to bore everybody with this.
Tires are on the low side.
Alright, we're just going to give you curbs.
We need temperature on the front.
back on the car on balance?
I'm glad it feels good to you, Luigi. You're not racing in it. Alright, we got enough to go on here that I can leave him in and let Vesti work this out. So I want to be careful what tires I have him use. We'll just put him onto softs, give him a run plan of 6 laps and confirm him. But I'm not sending him back out. Let's get your feedback in before your tires are done for. Come on.
Update.
No go.
Status when you can.
Okay, we got it.
Copy. Box.
Copy, mate.
Right then, you can take a look now. Now this was at turn 1. And that's... oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted. Perhaps a little lapse in concentration, maybe.
Alright, we're going to take a look at Liam Lawson's setup, and then both my drivers are done for the day. We each ran about 28 laps. Lawson's time held up pretty good. Usually we're a little bit slow in practice, but that's because I haven't been letting anybody push at qualifying pace. And again, he's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Limiter on.
8, 9,
Stop in front of the garage.
9 affiliate drivers
It's good.
Copied.
on the track with him. So he should be out competing them, and it looks like there's 2 of them that he didn't. Alright, we're really close right there. So let's get him onto softs. And that'll be it for the day for these guys. Well, everybody that ran better than Liam Lawson was on a softer compound. That makes me feel a little bit better. Should make him feel a little bit better. So we're going to go into free pack practice 2. And the only change we're going to make is we're going to turn down the cars a bit. And we're going to give Fred Vesti 18 laps instead of the usual 15. Turn down his car. And we're going to sim this one. Same deal. Turn down the cars. Give Fred Vesti a few more laps. And sim this one. And we're going to be qualifying in heavy rain.
All that practice will pay off for the drivers.
Suzuka is a notorious circuit, both for its unpredictable weather and the difficulty of closely following other cars. Making the right call on when to head out to avoid traffic and dirty air can make all the difference here.
Now, there's been a bit of talk about Sergio Perez of late. How's he going to be feeling, do you think?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
All right, we're going to be qualifying on inters. We'll manage this session. Not happy about having to do it.
Fuck is green. Fuck is green.
And we're going to have rain and no grip the whole time. So
Focus on tires and brakes.
all right, let's get a look at Vesti's lap.
Straight out, track is clear. Okay, let's go.
Does everybody else know that we don't, that nobody's out on the track? They all have better weather centers.
You need to stay negative in your in lap, please.
For once, Lawson is as fast as Vesti.
Stay negative, please.
It only took 3.5 millimeters of rain. Notice up here how the track is drying. Did we get a weather update here? It's still calling. Our forecast is still calling for a lot of rain, but that accuracy kind of sucks.
Come entering the pits now.
Take it easy in the pit entry.
Perfect.
Copy.
Even with that low forecast accuracy, I don't see the track drying in 10 minutes. Stay on the same tires. But I'm not sending anybody out. No, we're dropping right out of Q1 here. Right out of Q2. All right, get your laps in, guys. All right, neither of them make Q2. That's fine. There's a surprise. Where's Pierre Gasly? He's down here. Okay.
It won't be long before we get underway here in Japan with 53 figure-of-8 laps around this historic circuit.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder?
Yes, Frederick
Suzuka
Vesti.
is a high-speed, high-downforce circuit with unpredictable weather. Drivers need to have total trust in their cars to make the most of this challenging figure-of-8 lap.
So we're going to end the live stream
Time has almost come for these drivers to
getting our strategy in, having a look at the weather, and maybe running a lap or two. And then we'll finish this race on the next live stream. Before we start, let's get a look at our reports. All right. We're only after 18th and 20th. I would love to be aggressive and just run a one-stop, but I don't think I'm going to get away with it. I don't think I'd get away with it. Not on such a high-deg track. So softs make it 16 until they're the match of mediums. Softs make it 1.8. About 19 laps till they're equal with the hards. And mediums are good for about 38 laps. Really looks like medium is our tire. That's a little too aggressive. Really looks like Liam Lawson wants 4 stops. You're going to go long on mediums in the... Alright, I only want to run 14 on softs. And we'll let Liam really race for 24 laps in the medium stint. Oh, this could be a crummy strategy. What does it do to him? Is a little better. 16 and 39. Okay, so he's on 16 and 39. And we'll do soft, medium for Vesti. Okay, you're going to nurse mediums at the end of the race. So you're at 15 and 30, and Lawson is at 16 and 39. Let's just make sure we're correct on his strategy. Yeah, 16 and 39. Okay. No rain here. Alright. Underfuel these guys. 47 laps. And we're going to cut fuel, but leave the pace alone. Just remember, Giacomo, when these guys are on medium, cut their pace. Let's start her up. We'll run 3 or 4 laps and see how we're looking.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. And Alex Albon will know just what kind of drive will be expected of him here.
I think they could have been higher up than 20th, but let's see if they can move forward from here.
I will say the renderings of the cars do look good in this game. There is no question about that.
The drivers are warmed up, they're ready to go here at the Japanese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Look at you, Liam Lawson, going after everybody. Nice. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Safety car. Charge on now. Stay positive
Copy that.
and keep working on these brake and tires.
What happened here? Ooh.
Watch for them in the air. We need to manage front left.
Copy.
No caps.
Aren't you going to give us a replay of the accident? I wanted to see.
Copy.
Copy.
on batteries, high.
Copy.
Now the nice thing is it's 2 free places for us. Let's get a good screenshot here for a thumbnail.
P15.
Oh, it's not centered, and it's too much like the last one I did. Oh, that's nice. Well, you're not going to get too much footage or too much excitement in the first 4 or 5 laps of this race because we'll run it under safety car. That one's not that compelling. Well, the nice thing here is we will pay no pace penalty for underfueling, which I will take. Maybe not no penalty, but a much shorter penalty during this race. Let's get a car diagnostic while we're at this.
Safety car in this lap. Charge off before restarting, and we are racing from start finish.
Copy.
We can push one more step on tires.
Safety car is pulling away. Racing from the
All right, let's go, guys.
line.
And recharge off.
Copy.
Hey, Arnold, up.
Okay, head down, no problem.
Let's take a
What
look at
happened?
the replay. Let's have
How
a look at
did
the
you
action
lock
before the
up
final corner.
at such low speed?
Struggling with the car.
Good grief.
And it was just too late.
You gotta make those tires last, man. No curbs.
Cool the car. Happy to stay where we are.
They'll have to run 4 or 5 laps with no curbs, low aggression. Now we just had a big break, and you blew it. Wow, nothing's going our way right now.
To go. Sergeant, behind you.
TRS enabled. P20. Ahead of you is Bottas, by the way.
Wow, just wow.
Don't give up. Sergeant behind.
Well, anyway, I wanted to take a look at our powertrains. They're still in good shape. Alright, well the track positions are about to stretch out. And we're settled nicely into the back of the pack. And I think we have a good shot of making our racing goals. God, I'd love to beat the Williams, but I guess that's just not how it's going to be. So we'll take it to the end of lap 7, and then we'll end the stream. And then I will see you in a few days to finish off Suzuka, and hopefully we're not into total disaster. Which, how could that be? We were gifted 2 places from front-running cars. Nice. Alright, you gave me a gift. We started our back and forth exchange with a DRS exchange with Logan Sargent.
17th.
All right, everyone, that's enough for today. And I wish you well. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you after Singapore in the real world. And hopefully we can get somewhere on this track. Well, take it easy, everybody.